Hey Wompers, in this tutorial I'm going to teach you about how to use lights in Womp, and as I'll take you with me on lighting this scene, I will also share some more advanced knowledge on lighting in general with you guys. So I hope you enjoy and let's get started. If we have a look at our top bar, in the second menu we find all of our lighting options, from the images of the global lighting to our individual lights that we are going to have a look at in this tutorial. So the first one that I want to talk about is the dome light. The dome light is a light that lights up your scene no matter where you place it, it's always there. The options that you have to change the lights in general you can find at the right in our lights and environment panel. Here you will find all the lights listed, and as you click on them we can see that we have the options to change the luminance here, just make it less bright, and we can also change the color. So this is really nice and changes your mood a lot. Definitely play around with the colors. Thinking about a nighttime scene here. But for now, let's delete the dome light and have a look at our next light, which is the rectangular light. This is a light that points towards one direction. You can see we can drag it through the room here. It always points in that one direction. So I would say let's change the direction so it points from outside of the window. Maybe have a nice moonlight kind of light. I'll make it point down a little bit as well. And now let's just place it outside and go into our options menu, where we want to make it a little brighter, shining in, and we want to change the color to kind of like bluish tone. Play around with the direction. And yeah, I think that looks like a really nice moonlight. You can also change how wide the light is here, and as well as how high. Just let it shine in a little bit here. Now, one thing that happens when you have a strong light source shining into your room or in general in the world, what happens is the light bounces off surfaces. This is what you call bounce light. And for that we will use our next light, which is a spherical light. So right now you can see it's quite bright, so the first thing we can do is change our radius so it's not as big. And we can also change the brightness, just make it a little bit. And now let it point towards those walls where it will bounce off the ground. What happens with bounce light often is it will apply the color of what's reflected. So nearby the carpet here we can make it slightly reddish. But usually you can also let it bounce off the light that's actually coming from the sun or the moon, so we can make it more into a bluish tone as well. Just let it shine off to the walls a little bit. You can also copy the lights, by the way, simply by pressing Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V. And now we have this really nice bluish kind of tone in our room. Now what we can do, what's really nice, is get out one more, can also just copy it. And now we drag that around here, make it very bright. And now the complementary color to blue is orange, so we make it a really bright orange light that's maybe coming from the other room, you know. So I think that looks really nice. So you have the moonlight shining in here, and then from the other room there's like a light source coming that's more orange, maybe not as bright, just a little bit like this. And I think that looks really nice. What do you guys think? Now another thing that we can do is, right now the backdrop is changed to the nighttime. I made that on purpose for this tutorial. But I also prepared a backdrop that's fitting more of an evening kind of theme. So let's get out our rectangular light, just so you have the other option as well. And now let's straight away give it the color of an evening sun, more of that kind of orangey, maybe a bit more yellow even. And now let's just let that shine in here. And I think that can look really nice by itself already as well. You can also make the sun angle really low or really high. As you can see, that's a completely different mood, also looks lovely. And yeah, lighting is just super fun, so I definitely recommend to play around with that, have some fun, create some nice moods, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.